Welcome back to Relax Radio with me, Nick, keeping you guys company all the way until 6 p.m. That's right. What we're doing is we're talking about a lot of the things that is happening across the UK. Yeah, that's right. There's a lot of these things that, going on right now, and talking about all these things. With regards to what is going on. Well, we got the government. They're backtracking over local travel advice after all this confusion. Then we got the mass upgrade. The UK experiment could sweep aside the fusion hurdle, and we have the victims let down by the delayed rape review. That's right. There's all these stuff that is going on. If you're wondering who this is, my name is Nick, and I'm keeping you guys company only here on Real Talk. So hey, if you want to get real with me, or you want to talk something, hey, or you have your opinions, well, hit me up on those numbers, 07852 473 473. That's right. You can always feel free to hit me up and let me know what your thoughts are on the matter. And also don't forget, we're on social media as well. You can check us out on Facebook and Instagram, and you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel and TikTok videos. We got a lot of Twitch videos as well, and all these, stuff that is going on. And yeah, also don't forget, you can download the app from the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store to carry us all day, every day. And like I said, we are actually discussing about a lot of these things going on right now. And one of the things that I'll be talking about right now, though, to highlight is how the government is backtracking over local travel advice after confusion. So yeah, ministers have backtracked over the travel advice for 8 areas worst hit by the the virus variant after a change in guidance led to widespread confusion. So yeah, the amended advice asks people, to minimize travel into and out of Bolton, Blackburn, Kirtles, Bedford, Burnley, Leicester, Hounslow, and North Tyneside. And early advice had asked people to avoid non-essential travel altogether. So Downing Street had admitted it caused some kind of confusion. So Prime Minister Boris Johnson's official spokesperson said that we've updated the guidance online to make it clear that these are not local restrictions, and we do acknowledge the confusion this caused. And this is what they said, back in Tuesday. So it came as Mr. Boris Johnson's former chief advisor, Dominic Cummings, gave evidence to a joint commissions committee hearing on the key government decisions during the pandemic. So many people canceled plans at short notice, after it emerged on Monday that, that they were talking about all these things, and that advice specifically for the 8 areas had been published the previous week without any government announcement, which included asking people to avoid non-essential travel. So yeah, the new advice updated on Tuesday evening asks people in the affected areas to meet outdoors and stay 2 meters apart from anyone in other households wherever these things and those things are possible. And that advice also refers people to their local authorities' COVID guidance and says another traveling to red or amber list country should arrange a testing or managed quarantine package. And Shadow Foreign Secretary and MP for Wigan, Lisa Nandy, said people in many areas had stopped listening to official advice, and that confused messaging had undermined the public's trust. I mean, when one part of the government says one thing and when the other part says another thing, and people always, of course, they're going to feel confused. They're going to feel a little baffled. They're going to be like, okay, what is happening? Why is one party saying something else and the other party saying something else? And this causes a lot, of mistrust when it comes to governments. So a lot of the public that is right now very, very confused. And yeah, they went on to say, the Shadow Foreign Secretary, she also went on to say, we woke up on Monday morning to find apparently that guidance had been enforced on the government's website since Friday, telling us not to move in and out of affected areas, but nobody had bothered to tell us. I mean, that's also another problem, when you are a part of the government and when you're not even informed of something like this, it does, sow in the seeds of mistrust. And yeah, it's just something of a concern. So Dr. Bharat Pakhania, an infectious disease expert who advises local authorities on health plans, said confusion was leading to a lot of these things. And they were saying, that a lot of these things are actually of a problem right now, and how they're saying they're very confused. And it was leading to a fall in this whole cooperation from the general public. And he went on to say, when people like us in local authorities start changing the game, and when things, without even really explaining our actions, they stop eventually listening to us. So yeah, that's another thing, that they are concerned about with sowing these problems, and people are going to be, against all of these things, and they don't even know now what to do. The other problem is people will not listen if you are going to tell one thing and do another thing. That is, the problem. And yeah, they went on to say, all these things, considering like canceling plans as a result, was Julie Suter from Aberdeen. She said that she had booked a non-refundable hotel in Leicester to visit family she had not seen for more than a year. And she went on to say, she can't believe it. And it's been, she's been talking with her family, and where's this coming from? Nobody's even given a notice on this. So the uncertainty, prompted a swift denial from Downing Street that it was imposing local lockdowns by stealth. So that came after several of the local authorities affected by the new advice said they'd not been consulted about it and only learned of its existence from journalists. I mean, imagine waking up as a politician or a local authority, and then when you find out from journalists about something like this, and you're not even in on the game plan, it does sow in a little bit of confusion, and people are bound to be confused. So it's it's become an accepted fact that public health messaging during the pandemic needs to be clear and concise. And yeah, in recent days, on the test, government communications, like I said, to people in all of these 8 identified hotspots areas in England failed in recent days. So people in most of these communities actually were simply unaware of tighter new guidance and guidelines, posted on the government's website on Friday afternoon. So when they emerged late on Monday evening, there was understandable frustration with the suggestion that people should not leave their council areas unless for essential reasons. Then it took nearly 24 hours for officials to clarify and amend the guidelines to simply minimizing travel. And the road will will blow over, but it raises the bigger long-term questions. Ministers say they want to shift from legal restrictions to public guidance as the roadmap progresses in England. So in other words, not using the law to dictate behavior, but giving the public enough information to allow them to moderate their own behavior. So this sounds fine in theory, but recent events in the hotspot areas reveal potential risks of this approach. So failure to provide clarity on what can or what cannot do at a time of uncertainty might potentially cause confusion and frustration, and the opposite of what is intended. So yeah, this is just, to sum it all up, there's a lot of these concerns going on right now. Hopefully the government can come up with a way to explain to the general public about what is going on. So on Tuesday also, afternoon, local councils from these 8 areas represent together more than 2 million people emerged from a meeting with the government officials and insisted there was no restriction on travel in their areas and no local lockdown. And they said they're working to increase vaccination and testing, with Kirklees the latest area to announce door-to-door testing, as well as to support people self-isolating. So yeah, Greater Manchester's Labour Mayor Andy Burham said the confusion was over, the advice was, a major communications error, which had a major effect on a lot of the majority of people's lives. So it just goes to show, when the government is not quite sure what they're doing, if they're not straight with their word, and they're they're sewing in a lot of other things as well, and they're saying one thing, but then, like I said, they're saying something else at the same time. It does beg the question, though, how do people even trust a government like that is, the question. And yeah, a lot of people, like I said, are concerned about this. Even their own local authorities are concerned. So like I said, this is just something that is mind-boggling actually, when you really consider about it. So let's see how it goes. Hopefully they can justify themselves in the next coming weeks, and we can see some form of explanation. And with that, we are going to be taking a real quick break, and we'll be right back after this.
Comics is that it's gonna be all comics. It's
All right.
Yes,
Yes, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. All right. Give me a moment. Let me put the map.
Okay, I'm not good with StreamYard like you do.
I'm terrible myself. All right.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not the greatest. How does this look? Is this okay?
Okay.
Should I adjust the lightings a little bit more? Or should I change this? Should I get rid of this?
Yeah. Okay. Can you just put your screen onto the main screen so I can have a better look at it?
I went to work.
The main screen?
Break in between jobs.
All right.
Break.
As in, this is the main screen.
Cummings
You can see me, right?
question.
Yeah, I can see
He
you.
was going all day.
Okay.
Give me one moment. What do you think?
Okay.
Is it okay? I mean,
Oh,
it's like,
that's the only bit
Oh.
there.
can you just I can see like okay, that's a
Here,
curtain, right? Yeah, that's a curtain.
This is the curtain. Yeah, I just put it up. It was like a quick thing I was doing.
Can you? I mean, is it all? Can you make it bigger? The curtain. I'm so sorry, Nick.
It's okay. Do you want it the red curtain or the white one? Do you want to make it bigger?
White one, no, the red one. If you
The
can
red one,
couple the white curtain with the red curtain, then it will look perfect.
Give me a second.
One of the
Something like this.
legitimately, one of the best things I ever did was actually get rid of the use notifications for my phone. A, because my phone runs out of battery all the time anyway.
Is that-
Oh yes, like that.
Then two, also,
okay?
I just
Yeah.
just be like, what's next?
Wait, I'll cover this. I'll make sure to cover the white parts.
Okay.
So it's okay, right?
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. This is okay.
Do you need me to put more lighting or shall I take this lighting
Oh, you
off?
have
Shall I
more
put-
lightings and you're not putting. Please
I
switch
put
it
it-
on. All the lights you have.
This is the most light I actually put a bulb and a wire and everything, and I just this is, if you don't believe me, you can see it's terrible. It's all
Okay,
makes
maybe
sense right
that's why Abid chose you as the best employee for the quarter.
Yeah, and I mean, trying to do this properly. I don't want to do it half-assed.
You know that,
also.
you know, right? He's working on your gift as well.
Oh, really?
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not sure, like, if it was supposed to be a surprise, but yeah.
Okay, I didn't know. Okay, but cool. Thank you.
Okay. Also,
Yeah.
I mean, you have more lights. If you can switch on more lights.
This is the most lights I can. If I remove this light, Roshana, shall I show you how it looks without
Yes,
this light?
yes, please.
All right, give me a second.
Who knows? Maybe it's a deep fake cover to try and get access to more information. It's like, come on. That's a great movie already, don't you think?
What are you doing here? You're on a loose spirit.
It gets really dark.
Elbow, what are you doing?
What am I doing?
Okay, I think now it looks good, Amla.
It looks okay.
It's brighter, right?
Next question.
This is brighter. Yeah, now you look good.
I always look good. I know what you're saying. But the background is okay, right, Roshana?
The background is okay. If you can stretch the curtain a bit.
Okay, I'll stretch it right now. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Which is a big sci-fi.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to that getting published. In fact, actually, just 2 days ago, I did like online.
And don't move yourself much, otherwise you're messing with the curtain again.
Sort of an editor.
Yeah, I try not to move. What I do is I'll get this closer.
I was telling you, like,
Okay, now you look good.
So you basically just went the polite version. Stop. Just focus on one thing.
Sit like this.
Oh, that's good.
Hello, Abid. I'm in a call.
Then I'll come to your
Okay, you are stopped.
book signing.
Yeah, no. She told me to keep it on, and she wants to see it.
Please drop the book on the floor.
Huh?
Pick it up.
Give me a second.
Or bang my head
Yeah, I
on.
switched it on right now, and I'm talking with her. She's telling me that. She called and she.
Everything about this.
I'll talk like that. Okay, Roshana, it's all right like this.
Yeah, it's fine now. You can do it like this, but you sure that you have a strong internet connection because you are
For some
frozen?
reason, I've got a beard. Like, it's been ages now.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
And, like,
Yes, I can hear you now. I mean, I can hear you, but your video is getting
Everybody's there.
frozen.
Yeah,
Yes.
You show up.
Yeah, I had a call.
All those
So All right. So the
Okay.
background is okay,
So
right?
if you want to
That's
take a
live.
break,
Then you remember it's like,
yeah, Amla,
you know,
yeah.
you
So
give a bang in the head, just
if you
ring
want to
us.
take a break and start at 5 o'clock.
It's like a deep view.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I can go on. It's no issue for me.
Okay, if you want to start now, you can start now. If you want to take a break, you can take a break and start at 5 o'clock. I'm so sorry. There's background.
Oh no, it's okay. I mean, it's obvious. Yeah, you're in the station.
Okay, then.
All right. Okay,
Okay,
Rashana.
bye.
So this is all right.
It's a
huh?
long time. Yeah,
Okay,
everything's
bye.
different.
I can hear
All
you.
right,
I'm so
okay.
sorry. People are shouting.
All right. Okay. See you. Bye.
Bye.